Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to Vintage Story Desert Life, episode 207. This video was originally streamed live on YouTube on July 27th, 2025. I hope you enjoy the video. There we are. So 2 block wide pathway and then another set of the sandstone slabs. And I will come in and I'll make these diagonals will be 3 blocks. So there, and there, and there, and there, and there. And that means that we'll also do these here. That brings us to here. And then I think what we'll do is we will do the polished here, so that this path will taper right here to a point, leaving us plenty of room for filling with gardeny stuff here. Oh, maybe. Guys, bees. The bees go here. This is where the bees go. Duh. Flowers, bees. Did you know that bees like flowers? EIL. All right. And then that, let's look at the map. Yeah, that follows that pretty well. I could almost widen this garden here, so this doesn't sort of... Well, you know, I kind of like that. I kind of like that it's not quite the same angle. And they have like a wider flower petal out here. Let's keep that. Let's keep that. Do bees like meat as well? Probably. They probably get drunk off it, too. On purpose. Apparently a lot of things are known to, like, purposely get drunk off of stuff, not just humans. So I do want to do a bit of this. I think what I'm going to do is probably here. Where do I want to start these guys up again? I think I might rip this guy out. All these like full block jaggies I might rip out and replace with the sandstone polished stuff. I'm kind of doing it for this bed too. So I want to kind of keep some consistency here. And I am thinking that I'm going to swap. I'm going to swap these around so we can have a nice, smooth, line across here, and then have the jaggies be right here. And then we'll also expand this 1 block this way, and get rid of the extra sandstone bits here, just for a larger garden. Are you the one getting stream buffer issues? Yeah, I'm seeing much smoother video than on Wednesday. Our wonderful slideshow. Wonderful, he says. Let's swap you. Get the hammer. All right, so I'm gonna. Yeah, we'll chunk out you, and you, and you, and then you two. Do I do you as well? It's a little close. This might be a little close too, honestly. We shall see. And then I'm going to chunk out you and you. And not you. So we'll replace you with a slab here, like so. We can grab these back then. Yeah, that's a little closer than I wanted it to be. Let's put you back. Same for you, we'll leave you alone. But this one, since it is on a 3-block, like a triply 3x1 slope here, this one might be a little safer to do. Yeah, I think so. Let's try it. By the way, Kurzar, I'm almost up to date with the VODs. You're up to early May. Ah, so you're up to where we came back finally after Kurazumi was born. Whoopsie. Don't do that. Not like these. Not like these. Alright, so a bit of that and that. Shovel these out of the way. This is also a 3-blocker, so maybe we will take this one out. But we'll leave this one in place. Just because there's more material, more sandstone material here than there is here. Not by a lot, but I think it's enough to make a difference. What is Kurazumi? That's my my second daughter. All right, plop you in there. Yeah, she was born in January. That's why I took a long break. Okay, how do we feel about this? You know, I do feel like we could probably push this up a little closer. I do feel that way. I almost feel like it's better to have... Whoops. Did not do that. I guess maybe here we won't do it. Leave you alone. I'll throw these stones over the edge. Don't need you. Maria, have a bite to eat. So we're about to take starvation damage. Let's see how this looks. So, am I out? No, here we go. Got a few left. Whoops, nope. I can't grab the block back if I do that. There we are. You know what? Maybe we do that. Yeah, I said do. Let's try it. Grab you back out. Hey, Crazy Watermelon. Good to see you this weekend. Yeah, having that closer I think is better. So we'll do that here too. And here. Here we won't. But here we will. Here we will. Here we will. Maybe even these guys. And then we can expand the garden to these 2 blocks here as well. I definitely think having it sort of be tighter against that design is better. And not there. Alright, so you, and then you 2 here. Take you guys back out. They'll become grill. There. Perfect. And then that means that some of this can get pushed out a little bit. So a little bit more gravel right here. A bit more path right here. Like so. Why do we have no railings? Who needs railings? We are smart, savvy desert folk. Don't need no stinking railings. And actually, that's untrue. This build has railings. They're just farther down. So, I think there's railings right there. Not completely finished yet, but those will be railings. I did mention possibly wanting to do some, like, short crenellations. Like, I might just alternate capping these with just the slabs. And probably, honestly, a different color slab. Probably like, the polished sandstone for something different. But by and large, I want to keep this open so you can kind of see the flowers from, like, down there. It doesn't like the multiple of the word ball. Really? Oh my goodness. I mean, I get it, but my goodness, Nightbot. I'm pretty sure Nightbot wears a habit. So we can fill the rest of this in with gravel. Well, I say we can. I'm not sure we have enough gravel, but we'll find out. And maybe we can cut into some of this and do like another like water feature-y thing. That would save us some gravel, and then also add some interest, although maybe a water feature... Maybe like at the end here. It'd be kind of cool. But for now, let's just start with gravel. Do I have more? I do have 1, 2... Oh, I got plenty of gravel. Why was I worried? Let's also finish up this here a little bit. So we're going to do this and then that. That means that both of these get chiseled. Oops. And we take them away. Bake them away, toys. So 3, and then 3. Another bot used to censor me when you prepared a batch of scones. I can imagine why. It's kind of stupid, but I can imagine why. All right. Dark. Oh, are these? They're both chiseled, but they won't stack. Love it. Thanks, game. Love it so much. Alright, let's see. So then we have... I was actually stuck there. Wow. Look at that. You can get stuck. Specifically on these 1x3s. That is wild. That is wild. I guess as long as we're not doing, like, you know, run-and-gun combat up here, that's probably fine. Alright, so then we have 4, so... 1, 2, 3, and 4. The channel mods couldn't keep it from censoring you when you said batch of scones. That is funny. Let's do... Well, we'll break all this down. No reason to hang on to it. There we go. going to pause here to hydrate momentarily. Okay, maybe I could Arnold Schwarzenegger it to get it to work again. Maybe. Let's find out. Place. Break. Nope. I have a better idea. Bye. So let me go 2 and 2. And 2 and 2. Alright, I can manage that, I think. So 2. Oops, we need our chisel and our hammer. So 2 and 2. Take these up. Then we come back around, so we'll place these here just so we can place them. Like so. And like so. Okay. Wait, nope. That's gravel. I knew that. We'll just swap you for you. So we did our 2. 3, 2, 3, and then forever. Okay. So 3, 2. Oops. 3. And then, whoops, no, nope. Don't do that. Let's try this again. There we go, and that should line up with this. Hey, it does, all right. As always, I counted correctly again. All right. And then, do we have... We do have everything we need here, I think. We'll just swap that. We can do a bit of this. Here it gets a little funkier. So we do 3 and 1 from there, okay. So 1, 2, 3, and 1. And then how's this end up there? Oh, whoops, did it wrong. How did I do that? Oh, it's the other direction, okay. It's like this. Let me delete you. Nope, that wasn't right either. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Didn't take these out. That's what's tripping me up. Okay. So then we can bring this, oops, this back into here. So, and then this first one is a 3, okay. So these are all 3s here. That's fine. And then we can just line this like so. That's not, nope. There we go. Perfect. Okay. You know, instead of a water feature over here, or maybe in addition to the water feature, remember how I said I wanted to bring sunlight? I wanted to bring sunlight inside the body, and we have over there that reflection pool actually has a skylight in it, giving some light down in there. And we're also going to have a series of skylights, one for each floor here, that will bring light straight down from the top down into the, well, every layer of the temple here. It could be kind of cool to have something similar over here, where like maybe in the middle of all of this we have a small 2x2 or 3x3 skylight that brings some more light in. Or maybe it'd be better to do it like, I don't know, here-ish. But that'll be to think about for later. I don't think we need to decide that now. What I could do is I could just avoid planting a tree on this corner. Or, you know, we could plant a tree here and then maybe do skylights, I don't know, here or somewhere. But that could be really cool. You tried playing Valheim Noko BZ, but the monster spawn was a bit too much for you. You came back here and the chill was immediate. I feel like Vigistory is starting to catch up with the new mobs and how often they spawn and in such large groups. But yeah, the Valheim spawn and just general more like harder focus on combat was a bit much. Neat game, but just not for me, I think. Also, the building was really grindy. Like, they need to like triple the amount of resources you get from everything, and then I'd feel that building was at least doable. And I get that you're supposed to kind of have like a small, crummy little place for a while, but it got old having a crummy place into like the mid-game. Probably a great game for playing with friends. Solo, less so. Did I just hear a boat horn? Nope. Okay. Dinner time. Ooh, it's medium. Oops, wrong. There we go. Oh, you can't eat while crouching. Okay. Grindy compared to VS. Yeah, it's hard to believe, but yes. It is grindier than Vigistory. Which is just wild to think about. Alright, so I'm going to push all these down. Oops. And your crappy house could kill you if you didn't ventilate properly. Yes, that's true, right? Because the fires would create smoke and kill you. Or even better is if something, let's say a troll comes and like knocks out your central support pillar, it could drop the whole house in your head. Or if you do something dumb, like let's say you're modifying the terrain near your house and you drop the dirt too low and all your central posts aren't actually touching dirt anymore, and your house falls down on your head. Save scum. Carbon monoxide? Not even that, just carbon dioxide. Smoke will kill you. Doesn't even require monoxide. Smoke inhalation. Hey there, Hopeful Dreamer. How's it going? It is going mighty fine today. Oops. Alright. So that bit of definition really helps make this a path for me. Like, yes. And you also, getting caught on the edge, not the best feeling in the world, But it does keep you confined. You don't step on the plants, I guess. Not that it really actually matters. So, let's expand this a little bit. We're going to bring... I guess we'll just use this to do it, since we have it in our hand. Grab all of these. Do I have more gravel? I don't have much more gravel. Okay. Might need to go make a little bit more. The troll or later wyvern raids could wreck a lot. Yeah, so I did a series in Valheim a year and a half, 2 years ago? I forget. And during that, I learned, mostly by reading and not so much by trial and error, that the sort of ideal way to protect your house is to cheese it and use really steep walls, like really steep walls made of terrain, to protect your place. That's the secret. I mean, not really a secret, but, you know. Alright, so we're going to bring in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need one more. Oh, no. Okay. Let's see if we have any more lurking down in a box somewhere. Speaking of lurking, is there anybody down here who's going to shoot us? Not at this exact moment, it looks like. Oh, we should check on the breadfruit trees. They might be about ready. Do I have any more pre-made gravel? Nope. Okay. Oh, which means I need to get the rubble hammer. Right, I can just crunch these up like this. Let's restack some of these. There we go. Got more room here. It's crunching time. You put a portal to just outside a cave you'd taken over, and it became the place for a player to go AFK. It was a way to protect the town from a raid if you weren't going to be in it. Okay. Yeah, I do recall some of that, where like you could BOA. Did the caves ever respawn enemies? And I know there was something where like, you couldn't build in caves, I think. Unless you had like a setting turned on. I'm not really sure. Oh, this is almost full. Let's go pop this in the bin. Right. Jump, 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 jump. Vibrate, vibrate, vibrate. I did see someone had a sort of a foolproof, invincible fortress method where they built by excavating under a huge copper deposit, and then they built their base under there, and that sort of kept monsters from getting to them. Very exploitive, but also very amusing. Whoops, no, I didn't want to do that. Don't want those. Go away. Bye. I had a few more there. Alright, so you're full now. And now I can crunch these up. Chores time. Shouldn't take long to def the crouch mod. Yeah, I will be bouncing for a while, guys. Just warning. Just to warn you a little bit. The hard thing is that, so that's a combo. That's crouch and sprint to do that. So, like, my brain just goes, mash these two buttons over here. It's not very automatic yet. There seems to be no way to speed up this process, which I guess is fine. It's still faster than shoveling this stuff. Okay, so we can just 4 stacks of you, which I can't quite hold. We're going to do a bit of this. Nope. And we're going to pop you in here. Oh my goodness. That's annoying too. Alright, I'll get in there. Everybody go inside. You as well. And was that it? That was it. Okay. Grab you. Nope. There we go. Okay. Wait, is it just sprint click? How do I get you back out of there? Not sure. Don't care. Hey, Genesis. Welcome. Good to see you again. Crunch, 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 crunch. I'm breaking my teeth on something. Alright. All done. Okay. So that's more than we need. So I'm going to pop these in here for now. I'll just take 1 stack with me. Then we'll put you back. So we definitely do need to do some steel making. I think, well, not steel making, we need to do some forging. So I'll probably put that on the docket for chores this week, where we'll hopefully finish out the actual stream rather than going slideshow mode. So the big problem was I had changed my monitor's refresh rate to 180 hertz rather than the standard 60. I think that was it. I think it just, OBS got overwhelmed by how many frames it was processing and said, nope, no siree. All right, so we're going to grab all of these, pull them back 1 block. You're pretty busy this morning, Watermelon? Well, that is A-okay. I didn't want to talk to you anyway. Just kidding, just kidding. Okay. Do we have any... I want this shape here. So we're gonna copy you. We're also going to take a peek with the chisel and see what order they're in. So we're andesite and then sandstone. So we do want to do well, I guess actually we might customize this corner a little bit. These 2 corners here. But across here we will do what we've always done. Pane. Got you. You're very hurt even if it was a joke. Well, I'm terribly sorry. I mean, yes. So andesite first, which means dirt first. then, well, I guess we'll start with a similar block. Or we could just, yeah, we'll just do it one by two right here, I think. It's probably the easiest thing to do. Ideally, we'd do something in this block. Let me think about that. We'll tinker with that a little bit. Alright, so we're going to then chisel each of these. And then we're going to add manually some of this. Oh, what? These are chisel blocks. Alright. Fine. Oh, fine. We'll do this the old-fashioned way. I do have some non-chiseled, but you know what? I may as well get rid of the chisel because they stack funny anyway. You'll be lurking to have my soothing voice in the background. Well, thank you. So 5 of you. I had never really thought of my voice as being soothing, because, well, I guess I really hadn't listened to my recordings before, and for a long time, like, you know, I was embarrassed to hear myself in recordings because your voice sounds different to you, and I sound way cooler to me than I sound to you guys. Way cooler. I mean, I'm just so cool. But when people started saying, "Oh, I'm here for your voice," I put you on to sleep at night. I had to ask Chris. I was like, "Chris, do I have a soothing voice?" And she was like, "Yeah, you do." So like, oh, okay. It was kind of a shock, really. All right, so we want to smack you with the paste shape only. Aha. And we'll give you a spin. Counterclockwise spin. Grab you and we'll do this. Alright, so here's where we might want to get a little fancy. You know what we can do? Let's just do... We're going to do this. And that. And we'll spin them. Actually, we'll flip them. Oops, that's not... There. That's a little closer than I'd like, but it's not the worst. Maybe we could do this. Let's try... Whoops, no, wrong one. Let's do this. That's not much different, really. Undo that. I think it's fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine. Then we'll just flip you like so. So now we have a nice, fully smooth compass point. Actually, I kind of like that. That's much nicer than before. All right. So with all that done, let's go get some tree cuttings and some other odds and ends. And let's go start planting some stuff up here. Let's go put our rocks back. Our rock collection goes away. We do have some more. Oh, you don't stack either. Wait. We have 2 sets of chisel blocks. Oh, that's dirty. That is so dirty. Nothing stacks. Nothing stacks. No. Alright, well, let's just, yeah, we got room. We have enough room for what we're doing today. It's not a big deal. I hope. Just get you off the bar. We'll get you off the bar. Let's get our lantern back in hand. And we can actually put away this gravel. I don't think we'll need this anyway for now. I might bring in another trunk up there. But let's go check out the... Not sure I have my sword, but I did. A few more trees that could be replanted. 4 days. I think the ones over at the base might be a little farther along. Let's replant the ones here that need replanted. So we're looking at 1 mango, 1 orange, and 1 breadfruit so far. We got some pomegranate. Not going to pick those though. And 1 lychee. Mango, orange, lychee, breadfruit. All right. Lychee. Lychee. Orange. Breadfruit. Mango. And we'll get our axe in hand. So, mango first. That's the mango. This is the orange. I believe there's this one. Yes, okay. And then we get the breadfruit over yonder. And then lychee was down this way. I will have a perfect orchard before this is said and done. All right. Here we are. Yep, I think that's everything. And let's go. Since we already have some cuttings, I don't feel the need to cut any trees down yet to get more. So let's just grab some olive. Grab one of everything. Olive, mango. Just take one. I'll take a few. Take like 3. Breadfruit, 3 of you. Lychees, orange, pomegranate. That should do. All right. We have to see an ancient Greek-inspired build. You know, I had someone else mention that when I was doing the when I was doing the Panera, someone asked about. It was the design of the floor. There's a particular name for that. That is like an ancient Greek thing. Something about like runners or runnings or something. Wanderings, was it? A wander? And I had never heard of it before, but I looked up and interestingly there was a real thing. So I am leaning toward maybe leaving this spot open. I kind of like the idea. Bear with me here. I'm gonna take a quick aside here. So what I was thinking of doing was, you know how if you go to like a fancy hotel, or maybe not fancy ones, but where you have like a large atrium and the rooms have like balconies over that atrium. Like your hallway to your room is on the outside, aka here, but the inside of your room has a balcony that overlooks some interior area. Kind of like a 2-story mall. I think that'd be cool to have, and then we could have the sunlight come in. It would be right around like there-ish, I think. Maybe a little farther in, and just illuminate the whole thing, and then like a gallery basically, and then have some kind of topiary garden down here, maybe with more of the Mediterranean cypress or other plants, whatever we want to put there. I'm thinking that is the play here. So, we're going to leave that spot alone. I'm going to move out. Let's see, so I don't want to cover up that at all. So we're going to go to here, would be our first tree. Then we come out 5 more blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th one, we can do some more. I'm going to put that here. Do an olive tree here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th one. And we'll come to our breadfruit tree. And then we won't put anything here. That's just too close. Well, everyone, that's about all we have time for in this episode of Vintage Story Desert Life. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know by leaving a like or a comment in the section below. But for now, as always, my name has been Kurazar. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.